Spirit Squad, this is Pixie, coming at you with a short and sweet reading about what your higher self wants you to know. But first, I'd like to talk to you about Squarespace. No, I'm just kidding, you guys, I don't even know what Squarespace is. I know MySpace, that's how old I am. If you're not part of the Spirit Squad, but you would like to be, by all means join us. Click the subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notified every time we upload, because we often have uploads on this here channel, mainly card readings and energy work, Reiki, since I am a Reiki master. I always forget to say it, but I actually am. If you would like to join us on other social media platforms, all the juicy links are in the description box. You know where it's at. For this reading, I am using a very generic card, deck. That's the word I was looking for. Very, 52 cards, like normal. And we're gonna see what messages come up. I should not be telling you anything you don't already know, even if it's at a subconscious level. If you hear something you don't vibe with, that's fine, just let it go. Remember, energy is always in motion and you have free will, and that is a beautiful thing. I am going to drop a thumbnail right here. Take your time, pause the video if you need to, do your little meditation, do your thing. I am not putting anything on the pause because I would like you to use your intuition. And without further ado, let's get into it. Pile number 1. Hello, welcome to your reading. We have this pile, not very thick. We're gonna shuffle a bit, get 3 cards, and take it from there. What is the message from your higher self? What do they want you to know at this time? All the readings are timeless, as you already know. Okay. What else do we need to know? I'm seeing a door for you guys. I'm seeing the door opening, so maybe you guys are going to be presented with opportunities. We need one more card. Okay, this one. Let's have a look. You have the 7 of Swords. You also have the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Cups. You guys might be a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You don't have to be. There's a card in the Rider-Waite's. You see a guy sitting at the bottom of a tree or under a tree. A spirit, there are 3 cups in front of him, and there's a hand coming out of a cloud with another cup. So spirit is handing another cup to the guy. So this might be the opportunity I was telling you about. But on this card, the 4 cups, he also looks very bored. So maybe something to watch out for if you're presented with an opportunity to really kind of go past your first judgment, your first impression, because that might just be your ego talking, especially if the first impression is not so good. Maybe sleep on it for a couple of nights and see what happens See if your feelings change. If something comes up, you might see something in a dream. You might have a sign, some symbolism that comes up. So be vigilant. Use your intuition and your discernment in equal measures. Because I'm feeling this happened because there was like some sort of deception going on. Maybe with this Knight of Cups, so it might have been like romantic, it doesn't have to be. But I feel like there was some sort of disappointing behavior that occurred, and now you're kind of wary and maybe kind of a little bit over it. So it might be this person coming back with an offer. Again, use your discernment. You do not have to take somebody back in your life if you don't want to. Whoever they are, relative, friends, exes, you will know what is best for you. For some of you, it might be somebody completely new, and basically your higher self is asking you to be wary of this. It's kind of don't take a decision that's going to affect your future based on something that happened in your past, because we only know what has happened to us, so we base our judgments on that, but that is not always to our best interest. So it's kind of like your higher self is asking you to have a clean slate, forget about this, especially if like the person is new, you don't really know them. This is an offer literally that comes out of nowhere. Again, try to keep a cool head about it and not bring unpleasant experiences to the forefront when there is no real need to. So you will know the difference between your intuition and your fear. I think that's the main message here. So part number 1, that was your reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know. Drop a line, drop a like. If it did, I'd like to take the time to thank your guides, my guides and spirit, for this beautiful reading. I will see you again very soon, but in the meantime, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided. Part number 2. Let's have a look. We're going to pull 3 cards. Keeping it short and sweet. The piles are not very thick, so as you can see. Okay, this one. Let's see, what does your higher self want you to know at this time? The readings are timeless, always. And one more. Thank you. We have the 5 of Cups that we saw before. We have this guy and this guy. The Queen of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. The 5 of Cups is what I call crying over spilled milk. And the 4 of Pentacles talks about kind of greediness, or like kind of not wanting to change your mind on something. It's like something happened that you regret, But the message the message I'm getting here is not to hang on to this feeling of grief or shame or being angry at yourself. Not clinging on to that and kind of actually rising from that and seeing the bigger picture. Because all of that you already know. I think it happened for a reason. And I believe the reason is this: for you to rise up and stand in your power. This happened to give you discernment. This happened so that you know where you stand and you know your boundaries and your values. So this was like a very important, very valuable lesson. Even though it might still hurt when you think about it. You must still get resentment and grief over it. The message I'm getting is don't be hard on yourself, because all of that was actually planned, chosen by you, by your higher self, for you to evolve, for you to grow into this new version of you, this better version of you. For some of you, there is also a need to stand your ground, speak your truth, kind of match your words and actions. There's like a theme of authenticity that's coming up, either your own and or that of others that you require. And basically, if you feel that somebody is not 100 with you, this is when the Queen of Swords archetype comes up, and you sever ties. I hope I said that right. You cut ties. This is reminding me of hot air balloon, when they cut the bags off, like the weight. That's kind of the feeling. Basically, if you feel somebody is dragging you down, let them go, release them, so you can rise and feel lighter. So yeah, the main message from your higher self is don't beat yourself up for what happened. Don't be hard on yourself, and see the bigger picture, because there is something very positive that came out of that, and that is this new version of you. So, part number 2, I hope this resonates. Let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like if it did. I'd like to take the time to thank your guides, my guides, and spirit for this beautiful message. I will see you again very soon. But in the meantime, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided. Part number 3. Let's have a look. So what does your higher self want you to know? I'm gonna pull 3 cards, I think, because the pile is not that big. So 3 cards, and let's see whatever comes through. Feel free to choose another pile as well if you are drawn to another pile. I feel called to say that. Okay, so we have 3 cards. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 5 of Wands. So you guys might be a fire sign. I was gonna say Taurus. That is not a fire sign, but you might have Taurus in your chart. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and we have the 5 of Swords. Oh my god. Okay, we have two number 5s, which is 5 is all about overcoming obstacles. It can be about movement. You have the 2 of Wands, which indicates also a decision. And for some of you, this might involve actually movement. So 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands, to me, talk about overcoming something. There's some sort of, I heard delusion. Somebody was deluding you, perhaps, or you felt that way. Or they kind of were sneaky. They went behind your back to maybe start spreading rumors or do something shady. And 5 of Wands is about who's having like the upper hand, basically. So a bunch of people kind of like poking at each other with long sticks. And to me it's about like who's going to end up on top, basically. But it's also about fake drama. So, and those 2 cards combined with the 2 of Wands, to me it's like you're making a decision to walk away from drama. And or that's what your higher self wants you to do or to know about. To be wary of people who might be acting a certain way, a way that is shady, a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, and to have the courage and the strength, because you have it in you, to walk away from those people. I'm guessing it might be at work. So it's not always easy to do that. Well, speaking from experience, but it's also kind of better off alone than with a bad crowd kind of vibe. Some of you, this might be relatives. Again, do not be afraid to kind of look after yourself, look after your own health, look after your own stability. If people really care about you and they really love you, they are not going to give you shit about it. But if they do, then you know where you stand. So it's all about, what I'm seeing here is all about looking after your own balance, your inner peace. So pile number 3, I hope this reading resonates. Let me know, drop a comment, drop a like if it did. I'd like to take the time to thank your guides, my guides in spirit, for this reading. I will see you again very soon, but in the meantime, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided.